Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pete W. And I am back for week 3 of the Senna division here in the Full Gas Racing League. We will shortly be getting going with Spain. As always, it's a 50% race and 18-minute qualifying, which tonight is 33 laps. So, who to look out for today? Goes without saying, Notorious, Grimmy. Janudi did quite well last week, and Nick, Miko as well. So we've currently got 12 drivers in the lobby. Hopefully we'll get a couple of more, but if not, I'm sure we'll still have some quality racing throughout. I do now have my phone back, guys, so if you do want to leave any comments, I will be able to see them. So Spain, former pre-season testing track. Well, definitely what definitely one of those tracks which requires a little bit of everything, both speed in sector 3, flat out. After the first turn, it's pretty much flat out in sector 3, all the way down to turn 1 in sector 1, but also enough downforce to be able to take those challenging turns and keep it on the track. So it's a good test of both the high speed aspects of a setup and downforce aspects of a setup. Will be a good track to see kind of where everyone's standing, even though it is a championship race. But definitely a more all-rounder than, say, the likes of Jeddah or Jeddah or Monza, for example. Okay. Should shortly be getting going, guys. And we have one Spanish driver on the grid today, Miko, so I'm sure he'll be looking for a home win in the Mercedes. But he will definitely have some competition from the likes of Nick and Notorious. Big D now joining, fantastic. I think we've got 1 or 2 more drivers joining as well, so that should bring up a nice little grid. Just got your message, Todged. What is the time now? 1 minute past that. I'm sure we'll be getting going any second now. Well, let me change my settings. Okay. Thank you to my spectators. Frosty Jack now joining. What car will Frosty be in? He's going to be in the Racing Bulls. So we have got 8 teams represented. I believe so. So look. And we will be getting going. No Aston Martin, no Ferrari, so 8 teams represented. And we will shortly be underway with qualifying. 18 minutes here. Wondering what the weather will be like. If any of the drivers who are in the lobby can let me know in the comments, that would be fantastic. So we know what to expect. 2 DRS straights here at Spain. Sectors 1 and 2. The start finish straight, as well as Sector 2 just coming up to the end of Sector 3, or coming up to the end of Sector 2, start of Sector 3. The second one in Sector 2, unless you get a really good run out of that turn beforehand, it doesn't do much, let's face it. So unless you can get a decent jump into the next turn at the start of Sector 3, but yeah, definitely the long DRS straight along the home straight, that's where I think we're going to see a lot of overtaking today, unless there are mistakes by drivers. But we've got 15, is it 15 drivers on the grid, I believe, so 14 or 15 at the moment. So we've got 18 minutes qualifying left if anybody does want to join. And okay, so dry quali is looking like. Glass of Coke down me before all the action starts, and we have someone coming out on track. Who is this? I'll say Racing Bulls, so Hoodie, no, it won't be Hoodie Grey, Frosty Jack. Here we go. First driver on the track in the Racing Bulls, and we've got, I believe that's an Alpine coming out, so that could well be Rotti or Convicted Wolf. So who have we got here, James? Alright mate, you okay? Can't race, but hey James, sorry you can't be racing tonight mate, hope everything's okay. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the comms. So here we go, Frosty Jack, Todged and Rotti all out already on their out laps, and a Haas is coming out. That is going to be Jack or Janudi. I'm going to say Janudi, he normally comes out early. I'm wrong, Jack, okay. But Frosty Jack will be our first driver to set a lap, so we'll set on board with the Racing Bulls driver. As we approach now to start the flat out section, hot lap activated, and here we go for the Racing Bulls driver. Utilising a lot of the DRS down that home straight, and I think that's the way it should be, especially when it's such a long straight. Coming in at 205 before braking, nice line there through the turns, very smooth. Oh, beautifully taken there by the Racing Bulls driver. And where is he going to be up for Sector 1? We're looking at 21.663. What about Rotti, who's just started his flying lap? Bit loose around turns 2 and 3. 21.663. What are we looking at for Rotti? About 7 tenths down on Frosty Jack, who's coming through Sector 2 now. Onto the first DRS, second DRS straight, sorry. It's going to be a 51.29. Now we've got only a very short turnaround here to enter Sector 3. Rotti's about 1.5 seconds down on Frosty Jack, and Frosty Jack is going to come through the line. A 1:12.797. What about Rotti? I'm thinking about a 1:14ish. What is the Alpine driver? He's still got a lot of hot lap available to him. Got a little bit of curb there. Hopefully that didn't compromise his exit speed as we head around to the final part. 1:14.775. Next up, we have got Kicksauber Todgerd coming around the last corner. 52 flat through sector 2 and a 1:13.7. Next is Jack. He's invalidated Miko at his home Grand Prix. Purple sector 2. What can the Mercedes driver produce here? Coming through the last couple of turns. Still a lot of ERS available to the Mercedes driver. And a 1:12.893. Now we've got Jack who is on another lap. I'm wondering if either of the other drivers are going for one. Nope. No. Oh, Frosty Jack off there. Okay, so let's not bother Jack. He's going for another lap, I believe. Better to get something on the board than nothing for the first run. And as we come around to the end of sector 2, needing to be around about the 52-second mark here to be competitive. And it is a 51.6, nice. This could bring him within a couple of attempts of Miko and Frosty. Heading around the last couple of corners. Now onto the throttle, and it's flat up from here. What can the Haas driver produce? It's going to be a 1:13.472. Good enough for third. We've got a Convicted Wolf on an outlap. He's about to start his flying up in the second Alpine. What can Convicted Wolf produce here? I was having a good battle with him on Wednesday. Yeah. It's a nice view down the home straight there. Over the hill, change of camera. And not using much of his ERS down that back straight, and that's going to compromise his speed trap. But obviously the more speed you're carrying, the quicker your time's going to be. So let's see what does Convicted Wolf produce here through sector 1. It's going to be a 22.134. I think that's about half a second down on Frosty Jack and Miko. Is Convicted Wolf using this as a warm-up push lap? I think he may be, because he's harvesting. He's harvesting up points. We've got Shanudi on a hot lap as well. Rotti has improved, as has Todgerd. They've both improved there. 13.544 and 13.708, bringing them about a second closer to the front drivers of Miko and Frosty Jack. What is Convicted Wolf going to do here now? So a 65% battery. I think he's going again. He must be. Why leave so much battery? And it's going to be a 1:13.047. Good enough for third, but he's not going for another lap. He's harvesting. So we've got Frosty Jack coming out again. But Janudi is about to start his flying lap on the mediums. Lovely line there through sector 2. Is he going for it? No, I think he's going for two warm-up laps as well. So, oh, okay. I'm sorry, I thought I saw a car around there, but no, it was just my finger click. So we've got Grimmy. Where is Grimmy? He's just at the start of sector 1. So just got Nick Kennedy. Where's Nick? Nick is about to start. No, he's just come out of the pits. Well, my apologies. The choice has just come out. Shanudi is not on a lap. He is taking 2 laps to warm up. So right now, Frosty Jack has just started a flying lap. Has he? Or is he taking 2 laps? I think he's taking 2 laps as well, because he's not utilising the ERS. Convicted Wolf, no, he is harvesting and he'll be going back in the pits. Guess we're just going to have to wait and see for it. Well, where's Janudi? He's going to be on track now. He's coming through sector 2 now. So what is the Haas driver going to produce in his actual flying lap? Taking 2 laps to warm the tyres up. And 10 minutes left to go of this qualifying session. We've just had Grimmy start his flying lap, and he is going for it. So let's have a look. Compare Janudi and Grimmy. All lovely line there by the Williams driver into turn 1. Didn't have as much coming out of turn 3 as the likes of Frosty Jack. So, what? Oh, he is smashing his ERS there. 21.864 thus far. What about Janudi? 22.270, so about 4 attempts down. We've got Notorious, he's on a lap. We're chilling with Notorious there, trying to keep track of too many drivers for now. So, Grimmy, nice line there, nearly out of ERS. Purple sector 2. For Grimmy, is he going to go provisional pole here? Not much ERS left to utilise. The last corner. Time to smash it. And it's going to be a 111. 112.5 on the nose. So we've got Notorious. He's coming through sector 2 at 50.73. Wow. What about Janudi? He's going to be crossing the line very shortly as well. Janudi stays in 8th for 113.646. Definitely feel like he's got more in the tank now, but I would be very surprised if we do not see this Kick Sauber going on to pole here. Is this going to be the first sub 112? No, it's not, but it's going to be a 112.073. Nick, where are you? You are in sector 2. Big D is in sector 1, but hasn't validated. So we've also got a few other drivers on the track. Hopefully this racing ball slowing down will not get in the way of Nick as he comes through the last few turns. What is this looking like for the Mercedes driver? 112.352, second place right now. We've got Big D, he'll be starting a lap shortly. What about Convicted Wolf? I think he's on a lap. He is not on a lap, he is going to be pitting very shortly. So we've got a Notorious first, Nick second, Grimmy third, Frosty Jack fourth. At the moment, Big D is coming around to start a lap. Is Janudi on a lap? No, he's not. He must be pitting shortly. Miko, is he on a lap? Let's have a quick look. Miko's on a lap. He's only 27 thousandths down on his fastest lap so far, in 5th place. He's to find about 9 attempts to be challenging likes of Notorious. Lovely line there, lovely line by the Mercedes. Is the other Mercedes going to get one nice toe there from Nick for his teammate Miko, who was up in sector 2, and I think that was a purple sector 2 as well. What is Miko going to produce here? Can he improve? Can he get up to the likes of 3rd, 2nd? I don't think he's got enough in the bank for 1st, but where are we? 3rd. 112.398. Big D really struggling to put a lap together here. Paul Piddy is on a lap. Nick Kennedy is on a lap, and they are both right next to each other. 2-1. 22 flat. Is Nick going to pay here for being right behind him? What about Todgerd? Todgerd is just behind these guys as well. So we got Nick, Paul Piddy. I think I've just seen Rotti start his flying lap. Yep, Rotti has just started his flying lap as well. So laps coming in thick and fast for these drivers. Paul Piddy is going to be a 52.2. I didn't catch Nick's time unfortunately, but Todgerd 51.7. Wow. So what are we looking at for the Williams, the Red Bull, and Todgerd? I think Todgerd right now is the fastest of the 3 on track by about half a second through the first 2 sectors. Paul Piddy is going to go 11th. Nick Kennedy pips in, but Todgerd improves. He goes a 113.371 and improvement of nearly 2 attempts, and has just passed the 2 Haas drivers. We've got Frosty Jack on a lap. That's on board with the Racing Bulls driver. He'll be wanting to get closer towards that pole position spot he was occupying earlier. Half a tenth up in his first sector. Just 5 minutes left to go here in qualifying. We'll set on board with Hooded Grain as well, who is on a flying lap shortly. What can the Racing Bulls driver produce here? half a second up nearly. Wow, this is going to be challenging for P2 at this rate. If he can put together as good a second sector as he did, a third sector as he did in his first run. These lines are looking smooth, still a decent amount of ERS, holds it together there, even though he got a bit of curb. And around that last corner, and what are we looking at here? Is this going to be second? Yes, it is, a 1:12.252. We've got Hooded Grain now coming around, and that was definitely losing some time there. We've got turn 8, I believe that is a little bit messed up, at 55.233 so far. I think he's going to bail on this lap and go again. What about Rotti? Rotti is not on a lap. Todged is on a lap. Todged is on a lap. So I'm bored with him. So as he must be going warm up, hot lap, soft, cool off lap, and now I'm going again. So what is Todged going to produce here? He's half a tenth up right now. He needs to find half a second to get close to the likes of Convicted Wolf. The gap, I mean, it looks like the front five are going to be very close to battling. Oh, Todged, that definitely looked like not an ideal exit out of those turns as we come towards, and he's not pushing this car to max. Is this going to be improvement through sector 2? No, he is 100th down on his time. Who else have we got? We've got Big D's in the pits. Rotti, is he on a lap? No, he's invalidated. Frosty won't be on a lap. Have we got any out laps? Convicted Wolf is on an out lap, as is Notorious. Notorious is going to be first. He's going to be Convicted Wolf, but Todged does cut into the pits. So let's get on board with Convicted Wolf. He's going to be an extra driver to start a fast lap. And here we go. Can Convicted Wolf get closer to the likes of Grimmy and Miko and Nick? Only a quarter of a second separating second and fifth. 4/10 separating Grimmy and Convicted Wolf here. 2.5 minutes to go. This will be his last run unless he invalidates and then goes again. 300ths down thus far. What about Rotti? Rotti not on lap, but he's about to start. I'm surprised we've not seen Big D out yet. He's not got much time. He needs to start getting a move on if he does not want to be starting at the back of this grid. Where are we? We've got a Mercedes off the track. Who is that? That is going to be Nick on his outlets, just getting out of the way. Convicted Wolf hasn't improved through the first two sectors. Is he going to harvest a little bit to go again? We've got a stationary Alpine in sector 2. That's Rotti. He's out of qualifying. And Convicted Wolf, no improvement. Is he going to go in? Nope. So that is Convicted Wolf done. So we've got Nick has just started a lap. Pretty Grain is on a lap, but he is harvesting. Notorious. Let's watch Notorious. He's down on his sector 1 time, but he has got a quarter of a second to Frosty Jack. He is improving. Purple sector 2. Is he going to improve on his overall time and go sub 12? 1:12. Then sit on board with Nick Kennedy, who also is on a fast lap. What can Notorious do here? It's going to be 1:12.030, so not quite breaking that. Nick half a tenth up on his sector 1 time. Not most ideal line there through turns 8 and 7, I believe here. But 3/10 up in sector 2. 3/10 up, so this is going to be putting him towards Todged. Could Nick jump from 11th to 7th here? Got an Alpine right behind him. Sorry, Alpine? Yeah, I think that's an Alpine. It might be a Williams. So 7th, 1:13.222, beating Todged out by a tenth. Who have we got net? Convicted Wolf is going again. He is going again with 17 seconds left. Grimmy, a tenth up in sector 1. Nick, Frosty and Nick on track, run right behind the other. This could be fun. Nick, the battle for second, really. Whereas Nick, Frosty Jackson be loving this. 59.02, 56.42, wow. It Frosty's only about half a tenth here behind, I think. Half a tenth behind Notorious. Could he be about to take provisional pole here at Spain in the Racing Bulls? Nick goes. Nick doesn't improve enough. Neither does Frosty Jack. Miko, where are you? You're 2 tenths up in Sector 1. The Spaniard really going for it. He wants that pole position at his home circuit. Oh, that was track limits being pushed. Only a tenth up now, but this could still get him 4th. Does Convicted Wolf improve? Big D goes 6th with a 1:12.5 racing. Convicted Wolf does improve on time, but not enough to take a position, and will start P7. This is the last lap coming through. Miko, where is he going to be? He does improve, but not enough. Every driver in the top 7 improving in their last runs, but not enough to actually take a position. So that is quali over with. And what I'm seeing here are some decent battles that are going to shape up in this race. But our reigning champion Notorious will start on pole position, followed on the front row by Frosty Jack. It's a row 2 lockout for the Mercedes team. Nick taking 3rd, Miko 4th. And the rest of the grid are Grimmy in 5th, Big D in 6th, Convicted Wolf in 7th, Todgered in 8th, Nick will start in 9th, Jack in 10th, Janudi 11th, Rotty 12th, Paul Piddy 13th, Hoodie Grain 14th. And at the back of the grid in the Visa Cash App Red Bull. So we will be getting going in a few minutes, guys. I will be right back. See you in a moment. I am back and we will shortly be getting going. The drivers will now just be determining their setups, how they're gonna, their strategies. Safety car, I think there's gonna be one. I do think there's gonna be one. We will see. And we'll go here in the Full Gas Racing League Senna Division. Up for formation lap, even. Forgot about that. Oops. So the drivers will now just be getting their their tyres all warmed up, ready to go. So let's have a look at the tyres. Big D and Nick Kennedy both starting on the softs, everyone else going on the mediums, so I'm presuming a soft hard or a medium hard strategy, pending, unless we get an early safety car. Okay. Can Notorious continue his streak? Will he take a checkered flag here at Spain? We will find out in 45 minutes or so. Within the next 45 minutes. Drivers just lining up now. Let's start on board with Frosty Jack. And here we go for round 3 of the Full Gas Racing League. We are go. Decent start there by Frosty. We've got Nick literally right on his back wing, but he's going for it into turn 1. Is Frosty Jack going to get Notorious into turn 1? Yes, he does. Is there contact? Yes, there is. And Frosty Jack is the loser of it. And he's out. Frosty Jack is out. And there we have it. A safety car. Lap 1, turn 1. Unfortunate racing incident there, but that has allowed Miko up. Miko up from 4th to 1st already. Notorious second. So I didn't see what happened there. I saw the accident. I did not see Miko scream past his teammate and Notorious. That is. But Frosty Jack will be so disappointed starting in 2nd. What a great start of the finish line, but Was it a bit too ambitious into turn one? Did he need to? Well, that conversation will be saved for another day, but right now we are under safety car, so the cars will be under Delta. Nick really holding off back here. I think he's thinking just in case his teammate decides to pit. But I would be very surprised to see anyone pit early unless they've got this early, unless they've got damage. So, see, nope, doesn't look like either of the first two will do. Nope, sorry, that's not the pit entry. So yep, medium hard or medium hard are the recommended strategies, but we do have a couple of drivers on the softs. Oh, that's a running wide there by Miko. And Jack has got a 10-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. I'm presuming that means he's passed somebody going into the pit lane. Thankfully for him, he will be able to serve that penalty in the pits. If I'm not wrong, even though he's just got it. Yes, so his race will not be affected by that, but the drivers will now be catching up to safety car. Oh, I thought there was going to be a bit of a collision there. Only driver to pit is Jack. Is Jack going on to the hards? I would be surprised if he isn't. He is currently waiting. He's come back out onto mediums. There must have been damage there. Let's check the race director for the pit. So pit stops, that was a front wing change, so yep, he did pick up damage, I'm presuming into turn one, and will now catch up with the rest of the field. I imagine one more lap and then we'll be back, well, we'll be racing. Didn't really get much racing before the safety car came out, but yep. Nick held his place, Miko's up 3 places, Notorious is down 1, Big D is up 2, Grimmy I think held, Convicted Wolf is up 1, as is Todgered. Rotty is up 3 places, Hoodie Grade 4, Paul Piddy 2, and the 2 houses are down 2 places, but Janudi also pitting, so he has pitted, chosen to pit. I can't imagine that was wing based or anything like that. Has Janudi gone on to the hards, my question. He has. Is he thinking, can he take these the whole way? I think his tyres might be screaming at him, but it is possible. 30 laps. He'll need to keep his tyre wear to under 2.5% a lap. And the hards shouldn't be hard. Oh, bit of contact there between Notorious and Miko. Is that's thankfully not given Notorious any wing damage, but yep, the safety car will be in this lap. And we'll watch Notorious's reaction to when Miko goes for it. Bit of a gap there opening up between the 2 Mercedes. And Miko not really slowing it down. Is he going to get caught short here for when he does go? Let's sit on board with Notorious. I'm going to have to wait for the declaration, and we're good to go. Here we go. Who got caught out? Notorious was the biggest loser there. Todgered 7/10 down on Convicted Wolf, but we've got Grimmy closing into the back of Big D. These guys obliterating their ERS already. A lock-up. We've got Notorious is wide out of turn 2, and excuse me, Nick now right on the back of him. Hooded Grain, Jack getting past Hooded Grain. And is Paul Piddy going to follow? No, he is not. But Jack already up 3 places. Sorry, 2 places. Past Paul Piddy and Hooded Grain. So, Miko holds first position. No DRS yet for 1 lap, but these top 6, you cannot separate them. Todged at risk of losing DRS capability next lap if he can't catch up, if he can't hold that gap to Convicted Wolf. Need to get my chat sorted out. So Miko will get the fastest lap per engine. No, Grimmy 115 from 943. DRS now activated. Grimmy in 5th. We've got some battles down here. We've got Paul Piddy past Hooded Grain and Shinudi, and Jack past Rotti. Some gaps opening up. Todged is going to be defended from Nick very shortly, but these 3 wide into turn 4. We got Nick. There's in contact between Nick and Nick has spun, I want to say. Yep, he's now down. He is down. He's dropped to 6th. There must have been contact there. Big D now at 3rd. Grimmy 4th. Todged 5th. Who else has gone? No, just Nick. It was just Nick. But Big D now up to 3rd and pushing on no softs. And he needs to. Gap starting to open up. Grimmy now 2nd behind Big D. Notorious, is he about to lose DRS on Miko? He needs to start using that ERS, otherwise he's going to be at risk from Big D, who's going to be on the faster soft tyres. But he's not going to have it here. Can Big D start to close in? Miko with a fast lap 1:15.827. Todged up to 5th, but he's going to be defending from Nick. Takes the inside line. Can Nick go around the outside? Yes, he gets that move done. Convicted Wolf defending heavy from Jack. Jack really pushing on these mediums. On these fresher mediums. Nick Kennedy is in the pits. I'm imagining he picked up contact in that whole kerfuffle earlier spin that saw Nick drop a few positions. But Notorious now back within DRS range. Harvesting well. Just needs to keep going. These top 4 starting to create a gap now over Nick. But Nick pulling out a DRS worthy gap over Todged and Convicted. This is going to be a long race for Nick Kennedy unless there's another safety car. He's got the speed to catch up with the likes of Paul Piddy, Hooded Grain and Ride without a doubt. It's just going to be with that DRS strip. Notorious on 1:15.19 and looks to the inside of Miko, and he's got the move done even before the turn. Takes first step, a little bit of a lock up there for the Mercedes driver. Big D starting to fall back and Grimmy closing in on him. We've got Paul Piddy past Shinudi. Is that down the DRS straight? It sure is. Does he hold the place? Yes, he does. Shinudi, the only driver currently on the hard, or is Nick Kennedy also on them now? He is indeed. But this battle for first. I mean, there's a good battle for 5th. We've got 5th down to 9th, all within DRS range, and just a couple of seconds separating all 5 of them. Nick at the front, Rotti at the back. 2 Alpines, a Kicksauber, Haas and Mercedes battling hard. But this battle for first is definitely starting to shape up. Is Miko going to be able to get that move back on Notorious? Is this going to be a bit of a sloppy game? I think so. It's a good exit out of the final turn for Miko. He's got DRS. He's using the overtake. He's going for it. He is going for it. but not enough. We've got Convicted Wolf right on the back of Nick. He's got the inside line into turn one. Does he get the move completed? He does. Nice move there by the Alpine driver. Hogging that curb, and Nick right on his rear wheel. Wow. We've also got... Oh, is Nick going to have the inside line? No, he does not. That was Convicted Wolf defending well. But Jack defending heavy from Todgert and Rotti, who are side by side out of that turn. Oh, two drivers wheel to wheel there. This is some amazing action. And a 3-second penalty for Rotti with track limits there. The first, I'm sure, not the last. And this has allowed Jack to create a bit of a gap. Rotti is going to have DRS on Todgert. Doesn't utilise it, but this battle for first, only 1.3 seconds separating the top four. Nick and Convicted Wolf battling heavy, but 5 seconds separating Convicted Wolf and Grimmy. Who's going to get anyone going to get a move done here? It's a bit of a DRS train. We've got Miko. He's closing in. He bells to the inside of Notorious. Down into turn one. Gets that move done onto the brakes. Notorious with a much better line out of turn three. Sorry, turn two. Is he going to look up the inside? He does. But thinks better of. So... We've got Nick has got past Convicted Wolf. I think this is going to be a swapping kind of battle. Two drivers very evenly matched at the moment. Janudi holding off Paul Piddy. Hoodie Graham falling back, and Nick Kennedy is catching up. Oh, and is that a lockup from Paul Piddy? Looks like that was a lockup, or just managed to save a spin. So we've got Notorious utilising his DRS only at this point, but the guys are starting to lose. Grimmy, who's got past Big D, but the gaps are starting to open up now. Notorious and Mika. Wow, what a view of the race that was there. Literally, if Mika had moved half an inch, I think that would have been Notorious wiped. But Notorious now using the overtake. He's going to go for it. It takes to the inside, and we'll have that move done even before the braking zone. We've got Big D on the inside of Grimmy as well. Grimmy not even battling that, but look at the ERS levels. I mean, they're both similar, but the two lead drivers just in a league of their own. High levels of ERS and just pulling away from these two. But yep, Convicted Wolf and Nick just chopping and changing. Rotti and Todgert also battling still, with Jack starting to pull away. Oh, Convicted Wolf is pulling a bit of a gap here on Nick, and still got plenty of ERS to utilise should he choose to. What about Grimmy? We're coming into the DRS straights. Oh, that was a bit of a heart in mouth moment there for Grimmy out of turn 12. But are we going to see another change of position here? Half a second separating Miko and Notorious. He's using the overtake, and I think... Oh, nope, he's now harvesting. He's going to hold off for now. Or is he? Yeah, he's not using it, but he's gaining. However, nothing. We've got Nick hot lapping it past Convicted Wolf. Jack starting to pull out, but Rotti and Todgert right alongside each other. What brilliant racing there. What brilliant respect from the two drivers, battling hard but battling fair. Wow, that was some good racing there. See some high quality action here at Circuit de Catalunya in the Senna Division Full Gas Racing League. 11 laps of 33 so far. When will we see pit stops? I'm thinking lap 15. I think I'd be looking about lap 14, 15 for medium hard option. Surprised Big D is still out on no softs. They're going to be graining. I guess we did have 3 laps of safety cars, so... But now Todgert, Rotti, Janudi catching up onto this battle with Rotti and Todgert. Will he be able to get that move done? We're going to sit on board again though with the DRS battle for first. Miko happy to just sit behind Notorious, but he's not pushing him. We have got Grimmy up the inside of Big D. And it looks like Convicted Wolf on the inside of Nick. What about this battle for 8th between Todged? I think Janudi's going to get a run on them both. Oh, wow! That was a move by Janudi, outside in. Inside out even. And whoa, yep. That's 2 places for Todged. That was some hard battling there, some fair battling, but Janudi up to 8th, Todged down to 10th, Rotti retaining 9th through all of that. And Todged is slipping back now. I think that might have shook his pants a bit. Oh, this battle is hotting up. For me, what do you do here in terms of strategy? It's like, should Notorious go for the undercut? Because at this rate, Miko is only going to have a fraction of a second to respond to it. Miko's going for it. He's got the overtake on. DRS open, moves to the inside. Gets that move on Notorious done. We've got Big D again passing Grimmy, and Convicted Wolf being passed by Nick. This is definitely one of those battlings where I think we're seeing a vast majority of taking's been done on this part of the circuit. Oh, Janudi, Rotti and Todged, who were all battling heavy last lap, now out of DRS range completely of each other. And Paul Piddy is catching up to them. But the battling is definitely hard in the top 6. Each driver kind of changing every lap. I'm wondering what is Notorious going to do. Is he going to go for the undercut here? I mean, these mediums I do think are still going to have a bit of life into them. Maybe taking them further. Notorious up the inside? Nope. It's better over it. I mean, yeah, it makes no sense to overtake on that DRS zone simply because of you've got to find a second in the next sector or be at risk, because the drivers are gaining half a second in that DRS straight easily. He's got a hot lap on. We've got a yellow flag set too. That's a McLaren around. That's Big D. Big D is around. Has he got damage? That's going to be a severe corner cut. No. Lucky there, but he is pitting. We have got him pitting. Convicted Wolf on the inside of Nick for now 4th. Grimmy, and we've got Notorious has got ahead of Miko. Notorious is now ahead of Miko. Okay. Ooh. Notorious is pushing 3 attempts up on his personal best. I mean, what ponders me is when I see the lead drivers harvesting like mad, like 98, 100% battery, 80%. If Notorious was to really go hot lap the lap, could he get that second gap over Miko and then start to pull away? That's kind of what I wonder. It's been a while since I've battled at the front of a race against actual players, so yeah. But we've got Janudi. Janudi is getting into his stride. He's now right on the back of Jack. Both drivers having pitted early on, but Janudi on the hards. 12 laps in. Todged and Rotti are going to resume their battle very shortly. They simply couldn't keep the pace. And we have got, who is that around? That is Paul Piddy around. He's driving the wrong way. He's going to get... No, he's not. Okay, phew, I thought he was driving the wrong way there. Now we've got Convicted Wolf. We've got Rotti in the pits. He's going for the undercut. Janudi gets past his teammate Jack, giving him plenty of space. And Janudi will now move on 6.5 seconds to Convicted Wolf, who's still battling hard against Nick. Notorious holding off Miko. Both drivers harvesting their ERS. Paul Piddy is out. That is a pit lane retirement. So here comes Nick Kennedy. He's going to be ahead of Rotti. Oh, that's going to be a battle. The 2 drivers will be battling him now. Nick is faster, I feel, but Rotti is on the much fresher tyres. So can Rotti keep up with Nick and hopefully get pulled along? Now, when are we going to see the lead drivers pitting? And they're both pitting at exactly the same time. Have we got anyone else in? Grimmy is in. Nick and Convicted Wolf staying out. Nick running wide out that final turn, and Convicted Wolf is alongside him, already passed. And Convicted Wolf is now the leader of this race. Janudi up to third. Is that... I think, yeah, that is definitely... That was the Williams of Paul Piddy that was there, so yeah. That was an on-track retirement. No, that was a pit lane retirement, but came onto the track. So Nick and Convicted Wolf continuing with this hard battle. We've got Miko 8 tenths behind Notorious. Who is going to get the better outlap? Is this Notorious's time to go for it? Nick Kennedy moving up to 10th. He's got Rotty right on the back, and like I said, they're battling hard into turn 1. A lot of respect given there by the Red Bull driver to Rotty. Rotty's going to have the inside line here, and I thought the Red Bull was going to be around there, but no, Rotty does take the position from Nick. I think this is going to be a battle for the ages. However, Todgard, has Todgard pitted yet? I don't think he has. Yes, Todgard has pitted. No, yes, he has pitted. Rotty 2 seconds behind him. Okay, I thought he was 13 seconds ahead of Rotty. My bad, I misread that. So we got Nick and Convicted Wolf still back. They're going long on these tyres. Are they thinking medium soft? They're gonna get caught by the chasing pack, and Notorious is only 12.5 seconds behind them. But if they're gonna go hard, there's a yellow flag. So McLaren, is that Big D? Big D is around again. Yes, he is. A nightmare race so far for the McLaren driver. Does he have any wing damage? Let's see. I don't see any. No, he doesn't. Okay, so, but not a good race thus far for the McLaren driver, who was battling for the lead earlier on. Oh, we've got Nick Kennedy and Rotty still battling. DRS battle down the back straight. Nick and Convicted Wolf still at one another, and the pace is still there. He's only 2 tenths off his fastest lap, and he's on 17 lap old mediums. The guys still have the pace, that's for sure. Notorious must have made a mistake, because he is 2 seconds behind Miko. Has he got damage? Not seen any, but he must have made a mistake, because he is now 2.5 seconds behind Miko in the Mercedes, when the last time I checked he was a second ahead. So there must have been a mistake there. Now Janudi is closing on the front runners. He's only 5.7 seconds. I think it was about 6.4 2 laps ago. These guys really managing their tyres well. Are they potentially banking on a late safety car? On another safety car? Only 12 drivers left in the race, but anything is possible. Only 1 track limits penalty so far, and that belongs to Rotty, who is battling with Nick Kennedy. He needs to start pulling out a gap so to negate that 3-second penalty. We got Grimmy catching up with Notorious. I'm intrigued to see if Janudi is going the distance on these, because right now he's got about 5-6 seconds on Miko, and he's showing some decent pace. I mean, where is he on this lap? Look, he's 4 seconds ahead of his teammate. We're looking at a 1:16.619. Miko about a second a lap faster, but those tyres will lose speed with him. So can't believe these guys are still going. This is cray. Just wanted to stick with that in cockpit view. But yeah, these guys still going strong. 20 lap old Mediums, they're going. We've got Nick and Rotty battling well. We've got Miko right on the back of Jack. Jack not putting much effort into the defence there. And Miko gets the move done up to 5.2 seconds behind Janudi, who could theoretically go the distance on these hards. When is Jack going to pit? He's obviously going to be pitting onto the softs, going for fastest lap. But Janudi, a 1:16.3. What about Miko? 1:15.6, 7/10. So, assuming it's going to take him about 7 laps to catch him up. Nick and Convicted still going. Jack in the pits. What a battle these two are having. I would love to be one of these two right now racing. Janudi is closing in, as is Miko. Hoodie Grain with a 3-second time penalty of the race. Currently 25 seconds behind Nick. Nick getting past Rotty at the end of the DRS straight into summer. When are these guys going to drop it? Who's going to go first? I mean, is this now the chance for Nick? I mean, the DRS is so strong around here, but getting onto a pair of soft tyres. Convicted Wolf has dropped the gun. He has dropped it, and now it's on Nick. He's got 1 lap to really go for it. I'm imagining they're both going to be fitting softs. Janudi also pits. I was hoping he was going to go the distance, but does not. And Miko will now come up second. 8.5 seconds ahead, but Notorious 2 seconds behind Miko. He's got some work to do to catch that up. Have we got any battles on track? Just Rotty and Nick currently for 10th. Convicted Wolf will come out ahead of Janudi, but what tyres are we looking at? Jack 3 seconds. Softs and mediums. Janudi opting on the mediums. Now, I know the softs do wear quickly, especially with these fast high pressure turns such as these, like 160 mile an hour. The G's you're putting around that does affect the tyre wear. But right now I'm wanting to see if Notorious and Grimmy can catch up with Miko, or will the Spaniard take his home Grand Prix. We have got just 12 laps to go here, about 15 minutes, 20 minutes of racing left. Hope anyone who is watching the stream is enjoying it. Nick does pit. Will he come out ahead of Convicted Wolf? Will he come out ahead of Janudi? 3 seconds between Convicted Wolf and Janudi, so Janudi is closing the gap out. We will see. Where does Nick come out? Convicted Wolf coming around now. Nick, that was a bad decision by Nick to wait another lap. Is Janudi going to get him? No, he's not. He's going to come out in the middle of the two. What does Nick come out onto? He's on the softs as well. But that 1 lap could make a big difference in terms of where. Now, Miko is pulling out a lead. He's up to 1.9. A moment ago it was 1.8. Notorious needs to start utilising that battery of his. It's there for a reason. He needs to start if he wants to take this victory here today at 30 Catalunya. Nick and Rotty still battling for 10th place. Todged now in open ground, but Jack ahead of him, who's only 4.9 seconds ahead of him, has that 3-second penalty. So can Todged push and potentially get 8th from the hash driver? I would be surprised he's on much fresher tyres as Jack, but anything is possible. 2 seconds now separating first and second and third. Nick is closing in on Convicted Wolf. I think this battle is about to recommence, but the ERS levels are very different here. So has Nick drained his battery to catch up and recommence this battle, Convicted Wolf? And how much pressure is that put on his tyres doing so? But this is definitely deep battle. Miko is slowly edging out a little lead over Notorious and Grimmy. It's definitely the battle to watch. Neither driver with a penalty, battling for 4th place. They are closing the gap. About a second to Grimmy last lap. If they can work together, have these two got a fight a podium? Both setting fastest lap, but Nick, yep, he's going to get it down into turn 1. If these guys work together, I'd say they've got the potential for the podium. I want to see, I mean, it's not fair sector 1 to sector 1 because of the DRS, but wow. Nick with a much better line through turns 1 and 2 there. Flat, wow. No, Tourist is starting to edge closer to Miko, 1.6 seconds now. And he's got a lot more battery than Miko, 51 to 71 when I looked. Notorious is ghosting. Notorious is lagged out the session. Oh my goodness. The kick Sauber driver is going to be kicking himself. So now the question for me is, can the guys catch up to Notorious before he reconnects? I thought we were going to see a battle for first there as well. Hotting up. Still ghosting. Nick taking fast up 139 and they are closing. These guys can work together. They've got a real shot here at catching that leading pack. Is Notorious back? He's maintaining Miko's. So I mean that's good. But I do believe he'll need to reconnect to gain points. I don't think a ghosted car can take points in a league race. Notorious has rejoined and he's only 1.7 behind. Hopefully he can get hold of his car shortly and resume that battle with Miko. I think he's going to be quite happy to see he's still in second. The AI must be set pretty high here for the lags, I mean. So, but this is the battle for me. I mean, Grimmy 53.7 basically. Was that? I thought Notorious was around there. So 53.7. Let's just do a full lap. Where is Grimmy at in terms of his full lap? There we go. Back in control. Yes, he is. So, Grimmy, where is he at for this lap? 1:16.1. Convicted Wolf. 1:14.6 or 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds, and they're only 6 seconds behind. They are working together, these guys, and I do believe they're going to catch up. Grimmy, they could be up with him by lap 30 at this rate. Okay, guys, excuse me. I will be right back. I'm just going to stay on this battle. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I am now back. So, where are we? So, Nick and Convicted Wolf still working together. 4.5 seconds down on Grimmy. What's Grimmy looking like through sector 2? It's going to be a 53, 3.8, and 52.7. So the gap is closing. Grimmy starting to push. I think he can sense the battle is coming to him. So we've got Nick and Rotty battling. Always nice to have a good battle on track. Oh, hello. Has Nick made a mistake? He's out of DRS range of Convicted Wolf. Is this going to hamper the driver's ability to catch Grimmy? Because now the gap is starting to increase. It's now 5 seconds between Grimmy and Convicted Wolf. Nick is pushing that. He needs to want to get back into that battle. Notorious still 1.6 seconds behind Miko and just 4.5 laps remaining here at Barcelona. Janudi currently sitting in 6th, 4 seconds behind this battle. Been about that since they pitted. Big D solid 7th, then one mistake. Jack, we've got that was an Alpine, that was that Convicted Wolf. Well, he's definitely lost some time. The gap to Grimmy is now up to 6 seconds and he's heavy at risk from Nick. So I think the podium is set barring any major mistakes. Notorious has edged out a couple of more attempts. He just needs a bit more now and he's going to be in DRS range. And Miko with 4 laps to go. The battle for first is on, I feel. And the battle for 4th is still heavy. Janudi 3.2 seconds behind. Can he start to close in on these two now? I think they'll be a bit disheartened. Hey James, yeah, Big D's had a couple of spins. He's lap before he pitted on the softs, and then on the mediums he had another one. So he is struggling. Or he did struggle. He's had a couple of mishaps, but it's been solid for a few laps now. So yeah, Wolf and Nick still battling hard, and Notorious is within DRS range. The battle is on for first. Who is it going to be, the Mercedes or the Kick Sauber? Maybe Notorious won't be kicking himself at the end. But I think having lagged out for a lap, he will be disappointed if he doesn't take this win now. He's going to want that. Nick and Convicted Wolf. Convicted Wolf is off. Convicted Wolf is off and has dropped to 6th. Didn't see what happened there. All I saw was a skidding Alpine. But it's battle for first. Notorious is sitting on the wing. 3 laps to go. Here's the battle. Janudi is up to 5th now, obviously. Nick 7.5 seconds behind Grimmy. Both drivers are harvesting. They want to have a full battery for that last lap. They know it's going to come down to a 1-lap shootout, I feel. We're going to see a couple of laps. This lap and the next. Can Janudi close in on Nick, I wonder? Only 2 seconds. And he is closing. It's down to 1.8 now. What is Notorious going to do? He's shown he's got the pace to catch up to Miko because he's done it. He was 2.3 seconds behind at one point. So now is it the time to go for it on lap 32? And try and put that gap. I think he's deciding against it. He's going to hold off for lap 33. Ooh, this could be fun. The 1-lap shootout, and we will be watching it right here on the stream of the Full Gas Racing League Standard Division in just a moment. Convicted Wolf is catching up with Janudi as well. I think Nick's done enough to secure 4th, but I think there could be a battle for 5th here between Janudi and Convicted Wolf. He needs to get in that DRS range now. He needs that in the next DRS straight, I would say. Getting chills down my spine here, wondering who's going to take this. So we've got Nick and Rotty battling as well. Nick not pushing too hard now. He knows he's got that 3-second advantage over Rotty with 2 laps to go. So we've got Jack right on the back of Big D. But I do feel like, well, we know where the battle is. It's here, and I think we're about to see it blow into action. Hot lap one is the overtake. There it goes, and 1 lap to go. DRS open for Notorious. He's going to give it everything, as is Miko, who moves to the inside. Notorious to the out. Into turn 1, and the kick Sauber's got it. We're going to sit on board with this. It's still the battle to watch. Oh, that was a skid and a half there from Miko. Can he make something happen here in this DRS straight? He's going to be full throttle overtake, and he's going for it. DRS open, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be a resounding win for Notorious. The 2 drivers now just need to get these last few corners done with no incidents. And sitting on board with Miko, we're going to see Notorious take the checkered flag. Yes, he is. Notorious takes it, and Miko's second. A well-driven drive from Grimmy. He's going to take 3rd. Nick is going to... This is a battle. Shanudi up the inside. That is going to be ambitious. Wow. Wow. 3/4 of a second separating 4th and 6th. That is some cray. We're going to see Big D cross the line in 7th. Jack will take the line in 8th. Even with his 3-second penalty, he will still have 8th. Todged will come over to take a solid 9th to back up his teammates' win. And Rotty and Nick Kennedy will be our last drivers across the line here at the Circuit of Catalunya. Nick will take 10th, Rotty 11th, and that is your Senna Division round 3 here in the Full Gas Racing League done. A resounding last lap win for Notorious. Janudi, driver of the day, as voted for by Codemasters. But wow, what a finish. I mean, the battle for 1st and the battle for 4th. The podium will be Notorious on the top step once again. Miko will be absolutely gutted, but I'm sure still happy with 2nd. And Grimmy in 3rd. Convicted Wolf took 4th. Sorry, Nick took 4th. Janudi 5th. Convicted Wolf 6th. Big D 7th. Jack in 8th. Todged in 9th. Nick in 10th. Rotty 11th. And Hoodie Grain, our last of our classified finishers, in 12th. Our non-finishers today, Paul Piddy and Frosty Jack. Guys, I am Pete W, and this has been another week and another amazing race here in the Full Gas Racing League. We will see you next week. Have a great week, guys. Take care, and thank you for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed it. Have a good night all. Bye.